Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Santa Monica Airport's problems continue. An F-22 Raptor may be coming to a destination near you. And Google Lunar XPRIZE competitors work together. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm Ashley Hale. The saga of Santa Monica Airport in California continues as the NBAA has called into question new moves to diminish access to the airport. The association's latest statements about preserving airport access follows votes by the Santa Monica Airport Commission recommending that the City Council move ahead to implement costly new leases for tenants, close a portion of the airport's runway, and enact a new emissions ordinance. NBAA President and CEO Ed Bolin said in part, quote, "These proposals have been offered by opponents of Santa Monica Airport before, and they've been shown to be lacking a basis in federal law and grant obligations," end quote. NBAA's Chief Operating Officer, Steve Brown, sent a letter emphasizing the NBAA's concern that, quote, "The Commission continues to be laboring under the misapprehension that there will be no federal obligations applicable to Santa Monica Airport," end quote. Brown's letter marks the most recent effort by the NBAA in a decade-long battle against attempts to limit operations at Santa Monica Airport or shut it down altogether. If you've never seen an F-22 Raptor strut-Its-stuff, the Air Force is going to make it easier for you to know where you can see it live. The U.S. Air Force Air Combat Command F-22 Raptor demonstration has released their 2015 airshow schedule, with the first performance set for the Melbourne, Florida Air and Space Show held at Melbourne International Airport March 21st through the 22nd. The performance will kick off a season that will have the F-22 flying or on display at air shows and open houses coast to coast, as well as 2 international appearances. The maneuvers performed during these demonstrations could convince you and anyone watching that in a real combat situation, this aircraft has some really scary capabilities. After the break, Lunar XPRIZE competitors join hands.
AML's patent-pending wireless induction charging system eliminates confusion over those charging cables, cuts down cockpit cable clutter, and allows you and your passengers to fly cordless and eliminate the cable nightmare. www.aviationmodificationleaders.com.
Since the early days of powered flight, pilots have struggled with landing in crosswinds. In fact, crosswinds and wind gusts cause more landing accidents than fog, thunderstorms, and icing combined. That's where the Redbird X-Wind SE comes in. By placing pilots in gusty crosswind conditions for extended periods of time, the X-Wind SE gives instructors all the time they need to teach the pilot the proper techniques for landing in crosswind conditions. For more information on Redbird X-Wind SE and Redbird's entire line of flight training devices, visit www.redbirdflightsimulations.com.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro standby instrument. TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Welcome back. If you'd like to support Airborne Unlimited, send an email to jim@aero-news.net. When it comes to flying to the moon, combining competition with cooperation can be a winning combination. Tom Patton explains.
Hakuto, the only Japanese team competing for the $30 million Google Lunar XPRIZE, has announced a contract with fellow competitor Astrobotic based in Pittsburgh to carry a pair of rovers to the moon. Astrobotic plans to launch its Google Lunar XPRIZE mission on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral during the second half of 2016. Hakuto's twin rovers will piggyback on Astrobotic's Griffin lander to reach the lunar surface. On touchdown, the rovers will be released simultaneously with Astrobotic's rover, travel 500 meters on the moon's surface, and send high-definition images and video back to Earth. All of this in pursuit of the $20 million Google Lunar XPRIZE Grand Prize. The partnership between the teams demonstrates a new phase of collaboration within the Google Lunar XPRIZE competition. Both sides will benefit, with Hakuto obtaining a ride to the moon and Astrobotic securing an important customer for its long-term lunar delivery service venture. For Airborne Unlimited, I'm Tom Patton.
It's Thursday, which means that it's time for an Aero Community Update, highlighting news and information about the incredible people and organizations that populate the Airborne Partnership Initiative behind Airborne Unlimited. This week, we welcome the IMC Club to our partnership, and we can honestly say it's about time an organization like this was formed. All of us in aviation know that an instrument rating can expand the pilot's ability to aviate, but flying IMC can also be deadly for a non-proficient instrument pilot. IMC Clubs is the brainchild of Roderick Wierzchowski, who saw a need to help IFR-rated pilots remain current. The IMC Club is a membership-based, nonprofit 501c3 organization focused on instrument-rated pilots and flight instructors. Their intent is to create a community of pilots in order to share information, provide recognition, foster communications, promote safety, and build proficiency in instrument flying. IMC Club chapters throughout the nation offer monthly meetings during which pilots can network and share knowledge and experiences. Through the IMC Club website and its structure of local chapters, they're providing a huge step to increase instrument flying safety for the general aviation community. We thank IMC Club for participating in the Airborne Initiative and for what they do to increase safety in general aviation. After these messages, the business jet forecast looks sunny.
The KSN 770 is an affordable, WAAS-enabled integrated MFD with a flexible hybrid user interface from Bendix King. Get your fingers on the 770's perfect blend of touchscreen and hard buttons. Easily control your GPS navigation, Navcom, weather, traffic, and terrain in any condition. For more information, go to bendixking.com.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. A new research report, Opportunities in the Global Business Jet Markets 2015, forecasts the worldwide business jet industry to grow. As a result, large players are launching new models in the wake of increasing demand. A special airworthiness information bulletin has been issued for owners and operators of Robinson helicopters, models R44 and R44-2. Rotor blades with specified part numbers must be checked. The FAA has accepted Iconic Aircraft Services paperwork for certifying their DHC-6 300HG and 400HG in the standard commuter category through the use of a supplemental type certificate. They're now moving ahead to satisfy flight test requirements. Former Naval Air Station Cecil Field, located in Northeast Florida, will once again see Navy aircraft activity. The Navy will move operations there during runway renovation at Naval Air Station Jacksonville beginning in June. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's move on to the rest of the news. At an event called a Pioneering Space Summit held in Washington, D.C. last week, a diverse group of over 100 space leaders from academia, government, and industry came together and set aside previous debates and focused on shared interests. They crafted a statement they hope will share the future of the United States space program. This statement reads, quote, "The long-term goal of the human spaceflight and exploration program of the United States is to expand permanent human presence beyond low Earth orbit, and to do so in a way that will enable human settlement and a thriving space economy. This will be best achieved through public and private partnerships and international collaboration, end quote. They're now asking the public to electronically sign the declaration through their website and to share it with others. Well, that's our program for Thursday, February 26th. Remember to get comprehensive real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Remember, Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily, Monday through Friday. Join us in a growing roster of over 100 industry associations and organizations for the best in aviation and aerospace news. I'm Ashley Hale. Thanks for watching.